Uh, we are live. That's right, folks. We are live. We are live. We are live. And we are back at it again on a Saturday night, already feeling good. Now, we might be feeling good. However, it seems like Fight and GCW are having a bit of a glitch right now. They're having a little bit of a pause. Not sure what's up. But, folks, as we always tell everybody, the wrestling might suck. The wrestling might glitch, but we never do. We're always here. We don't stop. We got a couple hours of wrestling talk ahead of us. We're going to talk some hardcore death matches, and we are going to talk some WWE. We're going to talk some wrestling. That's what we're going to do for a bunch of hours. So stay tuned. We're both going to do it. Are you ready? Let's go. We are live. That's right. Like I said, we are live and we are ready to go. Yes, we are having a little bit of I'm getting some people in the ring at least at this point, but still glitching. I don't know how your feed's doing, sir.
Yeah,
but
I'm just getting buffering.
Sorry. That's right. So as they're figuring their shit out, we will let everyone know we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. As always, I am Mr. KJ White, the Canadian Destroyer, the one, the only Iron Man of YouTube, and I am joined by the Master of Mayhem, the Troublemaker, everybody's best friend, numero uno,
Big the Madman with a mic.
I'm Batman. Wait.
I said Madman.
Oh, Madman. I was like, all right. Gimmick infringement.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're here tonight. We're going to go through GCW DOA, Dead on Arrival. We're going to run through that whole pay-per-view. We're going to give you live reaction, live thoughts, live feedback. We're probably going to get pulled away based on this chat and talk about some other wrestling news and some other things as well. Before we get started, Big Nick, obviously, Antonio Inoki passes away, and big loss for the wrestling community. A legend, a man that, partly gets credited for what UFC and MMA is now. It's crazy what a career this man had.
Yeah, I believe he was 78 when he passed away. And the man had a wrestling match with Muhammad Ali. Yep, I said that right. You heard me right. Mm-hmm. The man that started New Japan Pro Wrestling.
The infamous leg kicks.
Oh, yeah. So for anybody that's a fan of Kenny Omega, of Jay White, of anybody that's come out of New Japan, you have Inoki to thank for that. The man's just a legend throughout wrestling, from matches with Andre. Who I think he had a match with Hogan as well.
Yeah.
You can't talk about Japanese wrestling, and especially wrestling of that certain era, without talking about Antonio Inoki.
No, it's crazy. And I mean, he transcended wrestling. I mean, and he was even a member of the government as well. Like, right. The man was ambitious, and he obviously started. He went on his own path and he was successful with it. And a lot of guys, like you said, the American wrestlers loved going through Japan and spending time over there. And like you said, Hogan, and then all the way up through the list where we get to like the Kenny Omegas and such. Like, it's such a lineage and so impactful over such a great deal of time.
Yeah, that man has his fingerprints all over professional wrestling. Now, mind you, granted, he was very much a character, like you mentioned, of the infamous leg kicks with Muhammad Ali when they had
crab style. Crab style.
The whole match to where it was rumored Inoki was going into business for himself and everything, or there's matches. I think I saw one today to where it was like Gallows and somebody else having a match, and he just stopped it midway because he's like, I don't like this match. This match is going bad, and just went out there and stopped the match. Like, the man was a character, but he's up there when we talk about the Hogans, the Ric Flairs, all of that.
Yeah, no, absolutely, dude. And then sorry to interrupt there, but no, my favorite with him, well, there's a couple things, but the big one is the fact of when somebody did, kind of fuck up and get too stiff with him, he would slap the shit out of a man. Like, he would kick him in the face. Like, and you see guys like Shinsuke now where that strong style still lives.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you think like Walter's chops are stiff, if you think anything Nakamura does is like hard hitting, go and watch Inoki go at people, and good God, you think the man could chop a human being in half?
Right? No, he didn't fuck around. And like I sent that video over today of people were paying to be slapped by Inoki. It was a thing, right? Like here's some money, and he like
sounds like somebody else we know of people paying to get slapped by somebody,
right?
But yeah, no. Inoki's an absolute legend, and for him to pass away and everything, it definitely kind of, you know, went through the whole wrestling community, from WWE fans to AEW fans. At the end of the day, we're all wrestling fans, and if you're of a certain vintage, you know about the legend of Antonio Inoki. You may have not watched a ton of his work or anything because it's over in Japan, but everything that comes from pro wrestling out of Japan, you have Antonio Inoki to thank.
No, it's absolutely true, Nick. And for the fans out there, if you were trying to watch GCW right now, can you let us know what your feed's doing? I'm looking at their live chat now on Fight. A lot of people complaining it's not working. I have a glitch right now of it looks like a 6-man tag to open the night, but we're not getting it. So we're having some issues. Whoever's on the button is slacking right now. So, Nick, let's just take a moment. We'll get to the chat and see how the folks are doing. By the way, folks, everyone who's tuning in right now, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you being here. You made it through the week. We're halfway through the weekend. Monday's too close, but don't worry. Another weekend's coming very soon. And for us Canadians, it's Turkey weekend. So, woohoo.
Well, then we're 1 week closer to Extreme Rules, and potentially, you know, we get the answer to the White Rabbit.
Absolutely, Nick. And I'm looking forward to Go Home Show on Monday night. Then we get a brand new NXT on Tuesday night. Then we get a 3-year anniversary for AEW on the third night, and we get Tony's already come out and said I don't like that he did it, but he came out and said you're going to get 15 minutes more. He shouldn't have told us,
right?
If we're sitting on the edge of our seats. Sorry, Nick, but if we're on the edge of our seats and we think the night's about to end, and then the night's about to end, and the night's about to end, and it goes, 14 and a half minutes, 14 minutes later, we don't know when that. Like, you just say less. That's been my advice. Hashtag say less, Tony.
Absolutely. Because like you were saying, if you're going into the match and say we got a false finish right around like the go home hour, the last couple minutes, and then all of a sudden, nope, we get a kick out and we're still going. You instantly are way more drawn into that match, not knowing that it's going to go over. That this is just, they're really just going.
Yeah, like at the 3-minute mark, you get every false finish from the top of the hour on. You're like, oh, this is it. Oh, this is it. Oh, this is it. Until you get it. Like, that's perfect. But now we're waiting, 13-minute mark, 14-minute mark. Thank you, Tony. Let some things be a surprise. Like, you're not going to get any more ratings because you told people that. So keep it to yourself, and the fans who tune in are going to get a treat.
Well, I know we said we we're going to get to the comments and everything, but that could be.
Yeah, we sucked at that.
I think a little bit it could be because, like, the link that I sent to our chat and everything today about the story I saw of AEW facing brutal live show ticket sales.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Tony's trying to just pull stuff out. Like you said, you're not going to get a boost in ratings because you're going to go 15 minutes over. Like,
no
one's going to know that you're not selling tickets on that.
Right. And one of the things we hear consistently, Nick, and again, folks, we will get to the comments, but is the fact that, like, I mean, when you go to an AEW show, it's a fucking investment, like 5-6 hours of wrestling if you take it all in. And I think that a lot of people are like, I don't know, that's a lot. Like, and we've been saying for a long time, there's got to be a way to separate those shows.
Right.
Right. Like, you take your YouTube shows and you put them in a studio and you do them, pre-record them on a weekend, put them out whenever you want, but you can't drain your audience. Nice to see you, Skeletor. Thank you for being here tonight. Greg, Damien, Christopher, Chris,
what up?
Skeletor, Boss.
Why?
Jason, Dro, Boss Monster. I think I said Boss Monster twice. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, let me know. But I can't wait to see EFFY and Jun Kasai.
Yeah, Jun Kasai.
There you go.
Crazy Monkey.
The Crazy Monkey. Going to be a good match. I'm still
if I can actually watch it. That would be nice. Right now, I've just still been getting buffering.
Yeah, I got 90s porn going on right now. And it's mid-album.
Pause. Hold on. For those not watching it on Fight, what this man is saying is that he's got, the static technical glitch bars and everything. Maybe it's the White Rabbit just taking over GCW.
Right. There we go. I love how into this you are now. Like, you're like, White Rabbit? White Rabbit.
White Rabbit. You're right. White Rabbit.
You're drinking that Bray juice.
Oh. Pause. Silly Wabbit. Tricks are for kids.
Right. They're glitching. Yeah, we're still glitching. We're still glitching. I don't know why I clicked on those. Looking forward to. I'm looking forward. I don't know. I'm just fucking around. Looking forward to Jordan Oliver, Joey Janela. I believe that would be the main event tonight, Nick.
No, I think Jun Kasai versus EFFY is the main event tonight.
Oh, there you go. EFFY's been in a few main events now.
Well, EFFY, Alley Catch, we just saw her on Impact and everything. Bussy's kind of one of the main event attractions, honestly, for GCW. They're one of the more well-known characters, superstars, wrestlers, however you want to phrase it, coming out of GCW.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you. Chris made me laugh here with Bayley's 5-0 in 2022. Woo!
Has she even had 5 matches in 2022?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Just because she's at ringside doesn't mean she counts as being in the match there, Chris.
Right?
But yeah, I think that might be what he's talking about.
3 singles matches. And did she have 2?
She even had 3? I honestly can't remember her having more than the one.
Who she beat on? She beat just on Friday. Last night she beat somebody. The fans are like, come on, guys.
Right. We were watching 2 shows at the same time, though. So, to be fair.
It was, dude.
Anyways, moving on.
The Lone Wolf, a.k.a. Baron Corbin, is returning with Bray. Tro's got a theory.
Well, that's the thing is, I think we've talked about this, of what is so compelling about this and what we love about it so much is there's 10 million different theories. Everybody can be a potential suspect. It's like, what was that movie with Kaiser Soze? To where it ends up revealing that, he hides himself as the suspect and everything. And then he ends up doing the whole reveal at the end of it was him all along. Like you've talked about with like Vince of like, it was me.
Usual suspects.
There we go. Like you talked about with Vince even being a suspect of it was me.
Imagine
it was me all along.
Listen, as much as we talk about, I want Bray Wyatt to come back as much as the next guy. I'm pumped about it. I'm a bit of a mark about it. I get it. However, Vince McMahon would be the most amazing, earth-shattering, holy fuck moment. Like, I think you'll get a holy fuck chant from a WWE audience if it was, and then anyone that hears this can be like, what a mark. No, but legitimately on fantasy of all fantasy bookings, if out of nowhere the lights go out and they're all blinking red and the White Rabbit plays and Vince appears, holy shit. Hold on.
Yeah, it's a toss-up between whether you get that chant, whether you get the oh my god chant, or you get like gasps, honestly.
Silence.
Right, just everybody like that. I'm just wow.
Yo, I want my money back. What is going on, Fight TV?
Yeah.
Howdy, y'all. As specific as Corbin, I think we got to keep in mind there's going to be things in the breadcrumbs that are supposed to lead you off trail.
Right.
There's going to be red herrings. There's going to be dead ends. So let's not get too pulled down. I mean, there are connections between Bray and Baron Corbin. They have had matches. They have had rivalries. I do believe, and people can correct me if I'm wrong, but before he became the Fiend, his last opponent was Baron Corbin. So if that's true, I mean, there is a connection there. So we don't quite know what the clues mean or exactly what direction they're pointing us in. Do I think Baron Corbin's going to be part of a Bray Wyatt collection? No, but maybe JBL's the White Rabbit. He has that white limo, and he's got a, Corbin, and maybe,
they just take the bull horns and put bunny ears there instead.
Instead, yeah. Or that's what it is. Like, so JBL has like the limo with the fucking horns, but fucking Corbin comes out with a fucking Tesla with bunny ears.
Right. Good God. But that's the thing, is that's what's great about this, is that there's 10, like I said, there's 10 million ways you can go with this. And I almost feel like some of this, I'm waiting to still hear 10, 20 plus years down the road of how much was intended and how much was happy little accidents.
Oh, I would love to have that conversation and just be like, listen, we know the fans went a little crazy. I was one of them. What parts of this, like, you know, what were just coincidences? What was just bullshit? Like,
right.
I'm getting applauses. I can hear some audio on the show, but I'm frozen in the midst of a tag team match. It looks like we were both about to get some type of tope in stereo.
I still have not seen one single wrestler or any bit of actual action throughout this whole show. GCW, you just made the list.
Oh,
because
why?
We're almost 20 minutes into what should be this show, which is, for those out there, spoiler alert, this was on a tape delay, because this event actually happened on the 27th, I believe.
Yes, sir.
So why we're getting all of these technical glitches is beyond me. But at least you've gotten to see some wrestlers. You can at least let us know who's in the match, or if anyone's watching along, they can let us know what they get. But I've just gotten consistent buffering and nothingness.
Jason says, I have the match, but no commentary. So, Jason, give us an update on what's going on.
Right. You're ahead of us. It's weird to be on here and having to ask the fans of, like, tell us what you see, because we don't see anything.
I always say it, man. We go live as many minutes as we're live. There's no way we don't have weird stuff happening. We've had fucking sneeze moments. We've had hiccups and fucking fires at one point.
15-minute intermissions.
15-minute intermissions. We've had lapses in memory. It all happens, man. It's just fun to be live. So, yeah, no, why not rely on the family? Keep us up to date, because right now the shit is not working. But looking at the chat on Fight TV, Nick, a lot of people are fucking struggling. So, and they're not.
Yeah, that's the thing, is we are not alone in this battle. So we will still just keep you. There's always plenty to talk about in wrestling. Like we said, it's our whole tagline and everything. The wrestling may suck, which it currently is, but we never will.
Right, we never do, buddy. So there you go. Thank you, Skeletor. What up, Tribal Chief? How you doing? Happy Saturday night to you. We'll love to give you some action on some reaction to the action. And no, it's not gonna happen. Look at the wolf and the rabbit story. It's perfect because it's Halloween. Wait, okay. Now, do keep in mind, and I said this, if you look at that wolf picture, there's a wolf, and then Red Riding Hood has her hand on his back. So people aren't talking about who's Red Riding Hood.
It's Scarlet. Scarlet means red. But no, I did like the little digging that I did today to where everybody was focused on that bit of the quote or whatever that they found. And if you actually go to the end of that quote, and how it's from Dante's Inferno, to where it very much ends with the abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
Right.
I was like, I've heard that and seen that before.
Yep.
And it was on the Firefly Funhouse store for the CIMA match. Bray actually even tweeted that out with a scene from Damien or from Dante's Inferno. And it was also on the Swamp match side as well. So that's very tied to Bray. All within the same quote.
No, again, like every time you refresh your feed, there's somebody else with another theory that kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh fuck, that could work. That could fit. Oh, I never thought about that. Oh, if you turn the numbers backwards. So if you put those numbers into fucking Google, if you put those numbers into Ask Jeeves, you get something else. Like, holy fuck, guys.
It's wrestling's greatest mystery. And I almost feel like halfway, if we don't get Bray, are people going to just be like, Well, that wasn't supposed to happen this whole time. Like, there's going to be, I feel like, almost spin-off conspiracy theories of this, of however it goes, of like, well, it should have been this, and actually was going to be this, and blah, blah, blah.
Whatever this is plotted out. If it's not Bray Wyatt, it was never supposed to be Bray Wyatt. If it was supposed to make us think Bray Wyatt, congrats. But if it's not Bray Wyatt, it better be something that matters. It better be something. Like, if it's fucking... But there's only a few people on this planet that you get away with if it's, not Bray Wyatt, that people are like, oh, that's so cool.
Right. And I think,
man.
well, yeah. Well, and I can't remember exactly where we got it from or heard it from, but that it was pretty much, I think Fightful might have put it out that there was only right now 3 people within WWE that actually know who the White Rabbit is, like pretty much know every bit of the story that's going on right now. And that's Papa Paul, Steph, and Nick Khan.
Yeah, it's true. And then they're keeping a tight lip on it. And as they should. As we talked about Mr. Khan, our buddy, say less.
Right. Say less, do more.
Stop. Like, I mean, it's the kid that, like, again, is very childlike, where it's like, look what I did. Look what I got. You're like, Timmy, calm the fuck down.
Right. Look what he's the kid from Mad TV. Look what I can do. He's fucking Stewart.
Stewart.
Tony Khan's out there. Just look what I can do.
Stewart, right?
Right. So where he's out there, he's on his hands and knees.
You can't unsee it. Somebody make that meme right now.
Hey, exactly. So anyone that's done that does that meme from here on out, where they got it from.
Listen, it happens often that our little quibs end up in memes of
right.
Some of the peeps. I like to inspire. What can we say? Boss, giving some love. Chris, how are you? Welcome back to the stream. I seen Strong Heart on AEW Dark a couple times.
Right. I'd like to see them on my screen right now, Fight TV.
I'd like to see, that would be wonderful.
I almost feel like at this point, should we go and pull up a Dark or something?
Let's do a live review of AEW Dark.
I mean, screw it. I mean, Christ. Do we want to find a cutoff point?
Well, we'll see. I mean, it's got to come on eventually.
Tomorrow.
They got paying customers. Unless their head office is in fucking, Southern USA right now. Then what's going on?
Right. Ian got GCW over in Japan.
Chris Leclerc is in stun mode. Bailey's big backyard is mighty intimidating.
I see what you did there, boss. Play nice now.
I just lost the feed, KJ and Nick. Go out and restart the fight stream. Thank you, Jason. We'll give that a go. It's probably been an ongoing process of refresh.
All right. I've done that. I've started it in a whole new tab. I've refreshed the whole webpage. The struggle is real.
Well, folks, this is what we're going to do. If you're tuning in live right now, we appreciate you. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone's having a wonderful night. And whatever you got to do to put a smile on your face, I hope you're doing it and having a wonderful, wonderful time. What we're going to do is we're going to pivot a little bit here, Nick. Whatever's on your mind, wrestling at all, and I know most people were doing it anyway, but just whatever is a hot topic. If you want to keep talking about the White Rabbit, let's go. But fans out there, let us know what's on your wrestling mind until we can tell you some GCW.
Yeah, we'll just sit here and talk and chat wrestling. I mean, I think that's what we're both best at, honestly. Right now, I might be giving Fight TV kind of the Jey Uso face right now a little bit.
Dude, we want a credit.
Something. Yeah.
Let's go. Fucking up my live stream.
But so where do you, I guess, because I mentioned Jey Uso, where do you think that we are gonna go? How long does the whole Sammy thing keep going? Because I saw today he even put out an Instagram post about Jay's face and all of that, and was trying to, cozy up to Jay and everything of like, well, those who, have dealt with the most, pain or the least skeptical to trust or something like that. So I just love everything Sammy's doing with this whole thing of just he's wedging himself as much as he can. Like, see, I'm a family member.
Well, here's the thing. And I know a lot of people have talked about Sammy, and Sammy's fucking killing it right now. He is clicking this right here. He's done some stuff in the last little while, like even that, the fucking Crusader that he became for a while there, that got stale. It got old. You were tired of him, like the conspiracy theory, the documentary that never came out, like shit. Like, so for him to find this, he's just taking it to a next level. But guys like Jay's killing it. Like he is absolutely fucking furious about the presence of this guy. He doesn't trust him. He doesn't like him. And I think it all depends. Because right now, pardon me, got a frog in my throat. Pause. What the fuck was I saying? If they're going to be on Extreme Rules or not, that's what it's going to impact that whole storyline. Because I think that's what's going to happen is there's going to be a moment where Sammy accidentally kicks Jay in the face, or there's going to be a reason to draw a line in the sand at some point.
I think you still go all the way to like Survivor Series with this. I've talked about the potential of a three-way, three-man War Games match, which I think we could get. And I even still want to kind of halfway see, and like I said, I wish I could remember who I'm kind of sourcing this from so I could give them full credit, but getting that whole like Bloodline Thanksgiving segment backstage, and you're just getting like Jay just mean mugging the hell out of Sammy, and that little awkward like family tension and everything. I think that skit would just be comedy gold. And just add that little layer of Sammy being even more over. So I feel like there's still some legs to this.
Yeah. And I love like the little sprinkle of KO walks by, gives him a look, looks at his t-shirt, walks off. That seed's still planted. I mean, to me, this has been done extremely well, and it just reeks of Paul Heyman. Like it really, his hands all up on this whole angle, this whole process, even Sammy's evolution. Paul Heyman.
Oh, absolutely. And no disrespect to Jimmy or Jay, but I feel like this is almost also the most character that we've seen out of either one of them in quite some time, if ever. Honestly, I know we had Jay coming back and kind of being the right-hand man. Initially, we got a good story there, and Jimmy and all of that. But now you see the little inner workings between even the two of them of like Jimmy's really close with Sammy, but Jay can't stand him. And the little back and forth and everything, it just works perfectly to me.
Yeah. And then you add in the moments of like Sammy doing good, Sammy buddying up with Solo. We did not see that coming. We thought Solo was going to wed Sammy out even worse. But it's just making Jay matter and matter. So something's got to give, and you see it. They're playing it so well. And Jay's in a tough spot. What can he do if he can't take Sammy out? Everyone's hugging him.
Main event, Jay Uso might be working himself, I think, through storyline and everything to a big spotlight match between him and Sammy.
Maybe.
And I think that would be a hell of a match. It'd be one of those of like, say if Jay wins, Sammy's out or something like that.
Maybe that'd be interesting. That's what we're tuning in for, right?
Oh,
winner leaves the bloodline.
Oh, I don't know if you go full there.
I like it.
That would put some high stakes on it for damn sure.
Well, absolutely. There we go. Can you please answer, Dro?
What?
I'm going to tell you folks. You guys follow up like that, and I might just might not be so nice every time. But anyway, a theory is, look, JBL captured. He didn't capture him, but he lured him into his limo with candy.
No, pause on that statement.
Right.
And no, Corbin very much just walked right in there. I think, honestly, Corbin's a red herring. I think we've talked about this, and I've been the biggest contrarian on this whole thing. Surprisingly, I'm drinking, the whole Bracebeercy juice and all of that.
Right.
But it's been just Bray all along. I like the idea of a faction. I don't see where they fully make it work. And I think the whole Corbin, I think the Corbin thing's a red herring. Like even last night, we got Belair mentioned. That's a red herring.
Well, no, it might not be a red herring. It's all about how you look at things and as a perspective. So you see Belair and you think, okay, maybe that's just a misnomer or just a throwaway clue. But then you start playing with anagrams and stuff. You start playing with different wording, or like just BELAIR stand for something else. Is it like Bray and Alexa and like that's
you think it's initials and everything? Well, then you even had people that were going through and playing that message, like to where they called the number, you got the message, and then they would play it backwards and all of that, and playing with the audio and thinking it was Bray that did the message. It wasn't. And that's how we got, even further down. Like, we're getting to the point to where people are playing messages backwards, audio backwards. Like you said,
they're looking at the coding on pages.
Yeah, you're getting actually into the code and the notes and everything on everything that pops up. What you even said of, like, you see something and you don't take it at full face value. You think that there has to be something more to everything.
Yeah, that's the problem. Not a problem. That's I guess the best part. It's the problem for us that want to try and solve this shit. But I mean, overall, dude, I mean, it's great because
Chris cracked the code. I halfway didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Belair in West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Right. I think that's perfect. I thought about the Fresh Prince, but I couldn't really make the angle of like, well, Finn Balor's a prince. Like,
you went the other way with it.
Yeah, I was like, okay, never mind. I'm just crazy, but I like that. I didn't tie it to Philly.
Yeah, well, I never went that way with it. I guess I'm the one that jumped on the whole, it's got the Dom Ray thing with the coordinates for Raw in Edmonton.
It's the Peacocks. No, I have no idea. Did Bray go to ULA? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, could it be Corbin? Because the tie-in to Corbin, Kentucky, Wyndham Hotel. Remember, Corbin left with JBL in the limo, or did he? What if Bray can mimic other WWE superstars' voices?
Chris, did you ask this before? Or did someone ask about this?
So Bray's become Shang Tsung now. He's take over and impersonate anybody that he's beaten or something. And that's what it was, of whoever the Fiend put in the mandible claw, so he can turn himself into Alexa Bliss, Mick Foley, Kurt Angle.
I don't want to pitch Bray Wyatt as Alexa Bliss. Like, come on now. Pause. I wonder if someone's going to fix this fucking problem.
Yup.
Like, what other company's on right now?
Like I said, well, we can take a look. What's the next comment here? Damon says, is Finn Balor a Triple H kind of guy? Yes, absolutely,
and proper Finn Balor,
right? That Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, and the Good Brothers signed from New Japan were all Triple H moves.
Yes,
so that's why we're seeing now. Granted, we got Nakamura a little bit back there. Having a little party with his Hit Row, I believe, and halfway just kind of being wallpaper. But Finn Balor, absolutely, I think they've got plans for him going forward.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, and we talked about this the other day. As far as there's a good collection of wrestlers right now that they've pulled back on. Like you're not getting to see them on TV. You haven't talked about them in a minute. I'm frozen on the laneway, like the aisleway.
I have right now up AIW in the Mouth of Madness.
In the Mouth of Madness. Pause.
How fitting that I have a thing
the story of my life.
Yeah, if you go to their schedule, it's on there with the Fight Plus, so you should be able to watch that.
Where are we with this? It's too funny.
I've got Tom Lawler in the ring, right? I believe that. Yeah, that's Tom Lawler versus just ate a 3 count to. Sorry, I just caught the end of this match right now.
Oh, good timing. The match is over. 1, 2, 3.
Right.
What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah, what are you trying to figure out?
I was trying to see if GCW was alive while I've still got, like I said, I've got AIW on. AIW on.
I got AIW on as well. And
there we go. So we'll pivot to that, I guess, for right now.
Yeah. Jason or anyone else watching GCW, let us know when it comes back.
If it comes back, if it comes on.
Right. There's not much we can talk about there. Thomas, how are you? I'm well. Nick, you well?
I'm fantastic.
I'm fantastic. Good, man. It's a Saturday night on the channel. What more can we say?
Saturday nights are always crazy, folks.
I thought the good bros
Isaiah Broner versus Tom Lawler. I'm sad I kind of missed that match because
right.
actually
and Lawler takes the L.
Yeah.
Now GCW is playing a song, Simple Man. Oh, there you go. I don't know if that's better or worse.
I can read through the card if you want. I don't know just because we just tuned in of what matches we might have gotten and what ones we still might get. But we've got Joshua Bishop versus Delirious, Derek Dillinger versus Alec Price, Manny Leon versus Jocelyn Navarro. Like I said, we've got Isaiah Broner versus Tom Lawler, Eric Stevens versus Wes Barkley.
What?
Right. Well, I'm trying to. Yeah. All right. So.
All right.
It's wrestling.
I think it might be Elise. What?
Elias.
Do
you think that's how they repackage Elias? I mean, we have heard it to where that they're just holding him out until
his beard. He needs a beard.
Yeah, until the dude grows his beard back. So I mean, as two bearded gentlemen ourselves,
the next time we see Elias, we're gonna hear the rum, and he's gonna. That's where the next time we're gonna get all of that back. I imagine
the first walk with Elias back is gonna be insane. I feel.
Who wants to walk with Elias?
Right, you want to walk with, and then he just stops. The whole arena is just gonna yell it out.
Right. So they should do almost like the Y2J thing for Elias, like some type of countdown clock for the return of Elias.
No, you have to catch them off guard with it because that's how you get that super huge pop and everything.
Well, if you don't know who it is and everything goes black and then you get the strum,
you have to do it. You just know when it is. White Rabbit, unless he is the White Rabbit.
I don't think he has anything to do with the White Rabbit.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying is you can't have the lights go out and then Elias pops out because everyone's going to think it's the White Rabbit. Then you have to do it post that.
I'm not even saying within this time frame. It could be a couple weeks from now. I don't know when it's going to happen. I want Rude to come back and be champ. I don't know about that, but I would love to see a glorious entrance.
Yeah. He could absolutely at least be up there for a mid-card title and everything. Like even him versus Bobby Lashley, Battle of the Bobbies, or even if you get him versus Gunther, he could sell chops probably like no other too.
Mance Warner is out. What do you mean out?
He's talking about with GCW still. I see his latest comment of I have GCW back. I have not gotten a second of GCW. Okay. I've gotten. For those who remember Colin Delaney from ECW on Sci-Fi, I right now have Colin Delaney in the ring in a tag match.
I got a black screen and applause. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I got Frozen Men. There's furniture everywhere. A board with barbed wire. Oh, it's threatening to work, Nick.
At this point, I think that's the thing. How fitting of a name for it to be Dead on Arrival and for it to glitch out right the second out of the gate. Fitting name for the GCW pay-per-view, Dead on Arrival, because absolutely so far that's what it's been.
But like you said, it's a bit surprising in the sense that I mean it's a pre-tape. So you think
where's Kevin Dunn? Where's Bucky Beaver to sort this mess out?
Right. People say about the White Rabbit story is faction because of all the horror characters like Baron Corbin, Braun, and others. And it's Halloween. Listen, I don't think necessarily Halloween ties into this as tightly. I think it's just a timing thing. But yeah, fitting. I thought he was coming back last year.
Well, what better time to do it than spoopy season is to sit there and have the spoopy characters come back out.
Absolutely.
That's why you saw the tie-ins to like Malachi Black, who's still going to AEW.
That'd be interesting though. Like B is Baron, E would be Elias, L Lacey Evans,
Loomis.
Loomis, I like that one. A Alexa, I
Indy
Hartwell, Indy, and then R
Roman Reigns.
Ricochet.
Right, the great Irish wrestler, Rick O'Shea.
Who's an R? Someone give me an R.
Brawny the Strowman. Rene Dupree.
Mine was worse. Imagine it was Ryback.
Oh,
I'd quit. It would be like the worst of times, the best of times.
Rabbit. I will pet you and stroke you and name you George. That's what Ryback would be with the White Rabbit. Oh, a cute little bunny rabbit.
I broke it, you did.
I'm sorry, I broke it in your ring.
What's up, normal guy? How you doing? I'm still not getting any wrestling. So, how's it over there?
I've got a tag match right now. Like I said, I've got Delaney and I wish I caught the other gentleman's name.
Man, you're on name duty. Fuck that shit.
It's a hard thing to do when you just popped into the show. And
right.
It's a promotion you have. But folks, if there hasn't been more of an example right now that all we do here is talk about wrestling and why you need to be here anytime that we go live talking about wrestling is we're still almost an hour in. We haven't had a lick of the show we were intending to cover and still been here talking about everything going on in pro wrestling, still cracking jokes, still talking with all y'all fine people and finding more wrestling to cover, promotions we haven't even heard of, and still tying it in to old wrestling we used to watch and everything. So absolutely, this is the home to be for pro wrestling content, whether you like WWE, what, AEW, what, NWA, what, GCW, if it decides to fucking work, what, XPW, what, AIW, what, AEW, what,
right, what,
what.
So thank you for being here. If you haven't liked or subscribed yet, please do so. Join the family, the channel for fans by fans. Nobody grinds this much, this often, this hard. Pause. But it's true. Nonetheless, here we are at it again. The Wyatt Six appears and maybe a representative like Bo or Dexter or Corbin cuts a promo at Extreme Rules. I think we find out who the White Rabbit is at Extreme Rules. I think it's Bo Dallas, and I think it will lead us down towards Survivor Series.
What if it's
just Bray? Oh, what?
What if it's just Bray?
I don't think it is.
You just get let me in. You get the Fiend coming out underneath the ring like Dexter.
If it's straight up Bray, the place will explode.
Either way, the place is going to explode.
Yeah, but I mean, to varying degrees. I think Bo Dallas might be too obvious. You're like, oh shit, it was Bo Dallas the whole time. And then that's where let's be honest, and I'm sorry to interrupt. You're going to be the only one that was like, oh, I got it. This was Bo Dallas the whole time. If it's Bo Dallas, this man's going to do a full victory lap on this channel. I'm going to have to go and take a little pause for the cause while this man takes a full victory lap. Right. Just run it right through a fucking commercial break about how much I told you so.
Just literally read off names in the chat. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so.
I know it sounds crazy, but I want Bo Dallas.
You just got to believe.
Believe. That's all you got to do. R for the WWE return is Rusev. Could you imagine? The Redeemer is part of the crew. They're building like the WWE Suicide Squad.
Holy shit. What if that's really what they're doing?
Oh, look, you just popped this man now. Okay. Look, the marking is contagious here, folks.
Right. It's one of those of just, okay, so Hunter just finally got HBO Max. So now we've been when he had that whole little break, he started watching a couple movies, some couple Warner Brothers movies. And so now he's kind of, oh, we'll get Alexa to play Harley Quinn. Does anyone know a crocodile? That's why they cut to the Lenny the alligator commercial. Or no, it's a shark. Fuck, my bad.
I was so glad I was muted because I'm eating a peanut butter cup, and the noise my throat made when I held back that laugh was hilarious.
Don't worry, someone would have played the audio back and be like, "See, it's Bray talking."
Right. Play it backwards. There's a code.
Right, there's a code there.
Could you imagine? Thomas Dunn is pissed at me. Probably.
Yeah. Play nice.
Right.
I'm not your parent. Play nice.
ECW LOL. You guys should do a rerun live stream. Nick?
Like I said, that might almost be a possibility here on something like a dark or anything like that. If we want to pivot that way,
ECW would be fun to kind of go through like old ECW shows.
Oh, I think honestly that would be a whole different, type of series if we wanted to do something like that of rewatches and replay throughs, of old shows. Might be hard to try and sync that up and everything else like that live, but I mean, Christ, we've done,
it can be done.
So what's up?
It can be done.
Exactly. Shit, at this point, honestly, if you want to take a pause and just try and work some shit out,
we are more likely to pull that off than GCW is to pull off giving us this fucking pay-per-view.
Facts. Right now, we're probably what should be.
I am frozen on picture. I'm frozen on picture in picture. Fuck, dude, I'm annoyed.
I have not had a second of pro wrestling from GCW tonight.
That's all I'm getting.
That's more than me.
Dro, Jason, somebody, anybody.
The White Rabbit's latest promo teases 3 little pigs as the story goes. Little pig, little pig. Let me in as linked to the feed. Yes, that's instantly. I didn't even make fully the 3 pigs connection until I watched the video, and I was like, all right, there we go. Yeah.
But it also had Porky and then the 3 little pigs. Like that, the Porky was not separate from the rest. Was separate from the rest.
Was that Porky? Or was that just part of the 3 little pigs? But even then, you still had Cross mentioning the wolf in his promo.
There you go.
You had the wolf mentioned in the video, and Baron Corbin's known as the lone wolf. Rhea? Ooh.
Filthy. No, it's not.
Yeah, well, they've teased that the whole
QR code came up
as well.
Well, the QR code came up during Don's entrance, which is, Mommy and Poppy.
Right. People thought that Bray was going to be the leader of the Dark Order in AEW. So what if he's just the leader in the Blue Order and, Judgment Day over in WWE?
You're right. If it's Bo Dallas, I'll be okay with it. I don't think the answer is Bo Dallas. The answer to all these riddles is not Bo Dallas. The answer to the White Rabbit might be Bo Dallas. Mm-hmm. I think it could be Bo Dallas. But I also do think that we've seen, everyone gets so fixated on the answer that we already know or want. And I do think some of these clues do branch out enough that there's 6 clues total coming by the end of all this, 6 nights of clues. And I really do think
is that could confirmed? Have you done that? Is that actually
that's accurate? My theory. That's me theorizing.
Well, no, I wonder if that's
so 2 more. So Monday and Friday would give us 6 total nights of clues. So to me, that's
the Wyatt 6. That's the Wyatt 6. That's what the Wyatt 6 was all along. It was just 6 clues.
Maybe,
right, but not saying it's 6 people. It's 6 clues.
But I do think I've said it from day one that if he comes back, the biggest impact would be him with a collective. That just and again, we talked about it. I want to see him do a Nexus style, fuck everything up return, just completely destroy shit. Have fans running, kicking audiences out of their chair and
just scaring them out of it. That to me is the best idea that I think I've heard pitched or thought of with this whole idea, and I'm jealous that you brought it up before me because I feel like we both would have gotten there. But to have them as a faction come out at, say, the end of the main event of Survivor Series War Games, and they just destroy everything. They destroy the cage. They destroy ringside. They attack the announcers. Right.
R is Rowan, by the way. What the hell's wrong with me? R is Rowan,
Oh,
and B is
sorry.
Braun. So if you have like, Braun comes out, Rowan comes out, and you have these guys like ripping off the side of the cage, and it got the potential. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe everyone out there is like, KJ, smoke another puff, buddy. But it's
Too
not
many
bad.
vitamins.
It's not bad.
Oh no, it would be a fantastic idea. And that's the thing is, again, what makes this so great is that you can do so much with it either way. Like there's 10 million options that people have thought of, and probably about 9 million of those would be good ideas.
Right. No, I think it's perfect. And I think that's what I like about this, where we can completely go on a tangent, like the lone wolf. Okay, so maybe the L in Bel Air is lone wolf, not Lacey. But Lacey had a broom. Does that matter? Was that just bullshit?
You're still on with Lacey.
You're still on with this.
I was saying Loomis, and I was still even like Chris's original whole thing of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, was from West Philadelphia, born and raised. Like,
so
sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just going to add to your point there, where we keep getting clues for locations. Philly's perfect. I like it.
Absolutely. Well, and I was just going to tie it back into, I wonder if this has got to be the most meticulously thought and planned out storyline in WWE in quite a while. Like, this is actual good long-term storytelling, I feel, of there can't be this many coincidences to where you can also that brings you to Corbin, Kentucky, but it also brings you to a giant pink rabbit in Italy. That doesn't happen just on a happy little accident.
Dude, imagine my fucking surprise when I clicked on the link and I was like, that's a big fucking bunny. What the fuck?
This is the most I've talked about bunnies and rabbits and everything in my whole entire grown adult life.
True story. Fucking true. But Loomis is a good shout. I mean, again, that's what I think I like, is trying to unpackage all of this. And folks who are tuning in and see the GCW logos and the red background and the little heart rate monitors, we were supposed to be talking about GCW in Japan doing DOA. And as my buddy Nick liked to point out there, this pay-per-view has been DOA from the get-go.
Yes, we did cover last night, Friday Night SmackDown, AEW Rampage, and GCW in Japan night 1. Now we're here pretty much for night 2 with Dead on Arrival, and like KJ said, fitting of a name for a pay-per-view. Probably no more fitting of a name for a pay-per-view than Dead on Arrival with this show, because clear. That's what I feel like when I'm hitting the refresh button constantly to try and get this damn thing to pile up.
I'm frozen.
There's right now at least been 3 of us that have been confirmed actually trying to watch this live, plus the fight audience. And all of us have been at different points throughout this entire stream.
Yeah, no, it really has been the case where we're not moving at all right now. So interesting times, but we're hoping it'll come back in. In the meantime, we are watching some AIW.
Yes, sir. What? That is what I'm watching right now. And we did just have, if you'll give me a minute here, we had the Bitcoin Boys, Eric Taylor and Mikey Montgomery versus To Infinity and Beyond. Thank you, boys. Colin Delaney of ECW Sci-Fi fame, and Cheech, not from Cheech and Chong, just a wrestler named Cheech.
We got the Nasty Boys on my screen.
Yes, I just got that. Just scroll up is more short out what I should say.
There you go. All right, so we're getting a little bit of 80s and the 90s nostalgia. Bray has a wolf tattoo.
I have a smiley face tattoo. Does that mean I'm happy?
Depends on what way your arm is. Duh.
True.
If it's Bro Dallas, I'll be good with it. I kind of like the idea. And then everyone's like, shit, is he the answer? Is this the end of it? It's just Bo. But I do like the idea of, I honestly think, and you guys heard it here first, because I haven't heard anyone else say it. I'm anticipating this DX anniversary special is going to get toasted. Some way this is going to go bad for DX and crew. And it's going to involve the White Rabbit.
Yeah, it's just trying to figure out how, because if
creeping towards. Maybe it's as simple. I don't mean they're all gonna get killed, but it could be as simple as they're trying to give a speech and everything goes haywire, or their mics turn off, or the lights start blinking, or the lights go out, come back on, and they're all down. What?
I said, or it's dead on arrival.
Or it's dead on arrival.
But yeah, no, I think that there's got to be something that plays into that whole DX thing. Anytime that WWE brings legends back, unless it's a whole kind of Legends Night or Raw 25th anniversary type thing, and especially with a storyline going on like this, that's gonna be when the QR code comes out, of course, because you're gonna want to Hunter's gonna want clicks and want to tune in right when he's I am the game QR code.
Yeah. No, I want Road Dogg to be in the middle of his spiel, right? And right as he's about to hit that world part of the world.
That's when you should have used the Who Killed the World video.
Well, I think because it's leading to that.
Right, but imagine though if you literally
you had it mimic.
Well, you had it, or it could be now if you do it to where you have that and then that plays on the Titantron and it cuts from the start of when it syncs up with Road Dogg and then it just carries over into, or they start to play a Road Dogg promo video thing and it turns into that.
Yeah. It's funny. Sorry, just I'm watching this show and they're in some school gymnasium. So there's Bethlehem painted on the wall.
I honestly at first thought we were at some casino in Vegas or something like that. We've got pyramids and camels right now as the background painted as the mural on the wall. For anyone that's pivoted like us to AAW, because GCW is a failure to launch.
Right.
But that, sorry, go ahead.
No, go. Finish.
No, I was just, nope, you're good. Go ahead, because
there's a fucking intermission.
Right?
How come these indie shows, is it so everyone can take a piss? Is that what it why? Get on with it. What are we doing? We just had it 10 minutes. I killed Nick. You killed Nick, you bastard. You're still muted, I think. I can't hear you. Look, he's talking away. He loves it. Just rah, rah, rah. He doesn't realize he can't hear you.
Yes, I did just realize now. God damn. Wow. Okay, so yeah, it's one of those that got me that good because I guess I'm kind of known at this point of hating the shows that have these intermissions and everything. It is instantly, I guess, a point reduction when it comes to me rating your show, anything like that.
I just don't get the purpose. I guess, yeah. I mean, but your two matches.
Stack your card better. Book your card better. But it's and of all shows, because I was I even said earlier about how it's GCW. They probably won't have an intermission because it's on a tape delay and all of that. Well, GCW won't even be able to go live.
So I flipped back over to GCW, see how we're doing, right? I have a frozen screen right now of a gentleman bent over, bleeding from the head, and I can hear the audio, and it sounds like a trash compactor. You just hear broken glass and metal. I have no idea what's happening, but I think a fucking minivan just hit a Volvo. We're getting nothing but audio right now, and it's funny because it's just a freeze frame. It's killing me.
Yeah, there we go. I'm getting a picture. I'm going to send you what I have right now. But yeah, no, it's just, but yeah, this has just been an issue the whole night. But like what I was saying I hate when shows have intermissions and everything like that. Stack your card better, book your card in a better order, so you don't need that. And it's just funny to me and hilarious that GCW should be on a tape delay, and we don't get the intermission that we normally get from them or XPW, all of that. And then we switch over to AIW just because, it's also live and it's going on right now and it's wrestling. And they have a 15-minute intermission just pop up. What?
Oh my God, there's blood everywhere.
That's what she said.
We got a 2 count. According to the audio, we got a 2 count. Even though I choked on it, we got a 2 count.
I still haven't seen anything. So if you've got action, you're gonna have to call it.
No, I still like. So every time I refresh, I get a freeze frame and audio.
I haven't even gotten audio,
but all I can hear is carnage.
Well,
it's the craziest thing to watch a death match audio only and try and imagine what the fuck is happening.
It's like old time radio.
Theater of the mind.
War of the Worlds right now going on.
Right? This question's been up for like 8 minutes. What if streamers start putting QR codes on their streams? Like, what if the WWE pays streamers? It'd have to be big.
You saw how excited that man got. I'm like, we'll do that. We'll do that right now.
Yeah, I mean
exactly. Papa Paul, call me right now. I'll do that today. I'll do this on the screen.
Tune in on Monday. We can fucking have a QR code flashing.
We're gonna make that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
Right, absolutely. Thank you for the idea.
Right. I'm trying to watch GCW 2, KJ and Nick, but it's not showing. Like, what the fuck? Christopher, I'm with you, buddy. I'm looking at the Fight TV live chat right now, and a lot of people are disappointed, unhappy. I have a still picture. I have audio. And right now, the audio, like, all you can hear is metal and glass and more metal and everything. You can hear chairs bending. It's crazy, but you can't see.
Like I said, I've just gotten the circle of buffering all night and then random glimpses of like color of staticky TV. I've not seen an entrance.
I have a freeze frame of a man just bleeding.
I haven't even seen a pro wrestler on GCW outside of the background. I am not happy. Like I said, GCW, you just made the list.
I don't know what just happened, but it sounded awful. And it sounded like a big move onto something. And the crowd went, yeah. So
when in professional wrestling did you think you would have to be covering just the audio? Like you're like you're listening to a radio and reporting the show.
We got a 2 count, folks. I mean, you find someone else out there covering the audio of GCW shows.
No one covers professional wrestling like we do. We're literally covering audio of GCW while we're watching another
fucking intermission from ALW.
From AIW, we've got an intermission. Right.
Oh, we got a 3. We got a 3. I don't know who won, but we got a 3. Oh. I don't know who they said. I missed it. What the main event for GCW tonight? It's Bray Wyatt as the White Rabbit. I don't know if those are 2 separate comments or they're linked, but yes to the second part, kind of. And the main event is EFFY.
Yeah, EFFY versus Jun Kasai.
Jun Kasai.
Yes, Crazy Monkey. And that's what I guess upsets me a bit is I'm a big fan of him. Like I was excited for that match because I know you like you're a big fan of Bussy, you especially are a big fan of Alley Catch. And I, at times will like the random kind of obscure, stuff out there of wrestling. And I like Jun Kasai.
SHLAK takes the L.
Ooh, interesting.
No, he might have won. See, every once in a while I get a little bit of movement, but then it chokes again.
So what match was it?
SHLAK.
So Masashi Takeda.
I'm pretty sure Takeda won.
Yeah, Takeda won.
There you go. They're getting a big ovation though.
Oh well, SHLAK's
a tank.
He's become just a deathmatch legend at this point. I feel
he's fucking like the guy's jacked.
It's one of those if you picture in your mind's eye right now a deathmatch pro wrestler, and then go Google SHLAK, they're one and the same.
Right. No, Ronnie, we're still struggling to get the shit. Alpha Academy interrupts DX. Boo.
Shoosh.
Shoosh. That's also quite possible, actually. If my crazy theory doesn't come true, I could very much see it being someone like Gable, and then everybody gets to hit a finisher on him, and everybody feels good and goes home.
Oh, so they dropped them out. So I guess then I'll ask you this: would you want them to do that, like what they did on Raw 25 to FTR?
No, because they did it to FTR already. They should do it to someone else. I mean, not do it to someone else. I think that if you play it into this whole angle, and again, guys, you can tell me I'm crazy, but that one particular video where it said "you ruined the world," I really felt like it tied into like the DX era, and we saw Road Dogg. And I know we saw a bunch of faces on it, but we don't know what's important, what's not important. But if Bray's looking back at that time and that's part of this storyline, DX is a perfect victim. Perfect.
But so then I guess I'll follow this up, and this might be a little bit of a tangent and everything, because we're obviously very much FTR fans on the channel here and everything like that. So do you think that FTR, if they got the chance, would go back to WWE after stuff like that, and after they had the whole thing to where I think it was Dax that came out about how he had the issue with Sean kind of making fun of him in front of, his boys and all of that?
Nothing can't be fixed. Triple H makes that call, and even if Dax says, "Well, what the fuck about Sean?" Sean can.
Well, you're not going to NXT; you're going right to the main roster. So,
well, yeah, and I mean beyond that, I think it's a matter of fucking water under the bridge, and again, if they have that opportunity based on how they're being booked, look, they're not dumb. When Meltzer put it out there that, oh well, this is how people feel, and Dax took the time to chime in and go, hold your fucking horses there, Mr. Meltzer. Shut your mouth. Say less, the theme of the night, except for you and I. But I mean, that there's contention there. They're smart enough to know that the Bucks should have dropped those belts to us. And they fucked us, and we haven't been used since. It's bullshit. They feel that. They know wrestling well enough. So if they had the opportunity to go to the guy that put the biggest shine on them ever, that's it right there.
And you hit the nail on the head right there. Of if there's anyone in that business, and this is not a disrespect to anybody else that's there, but is going to have that same type of mindset, I guess, like what Punk had, like what Brett had with Sean. When it comes to like the Young Bucks and all that, it's going to be FTR. They've constantly had issues with the Bucks for the longest time. That's why you had the whole shtick and gimmick on BTE. Like you said, they very much absolutely refused to job out, or I don't want to even say job out, but at least to drop the titles to FTR. So now, and I will pitch this to you, sir, of what if, and this is going into the whole, this is a work, or if they're going to try and save this storyline and try and make it any sort of a work of if you had a faction in AEW of Brett, Punk, and FTR, and then you had Omega, the Bucks, and I don't know, give them fucking some legend, something. You're muted. Mute.
Yeah, I was mid activity. I think it sounds great on paper. It reads really well.
Right.
Is it a bit of a?
Oh, it's smoking the hopium fully here.
But I mean, listen, if Tony Khan can't figure out a way to turn this Young Bucks, CM Punk bullshit into a fucking $1 million up front on a house, he's not doing his job. He's not the Booker of the Year. He's missing the boat because he's got to find a way to spin it to make bank on it somehow. He's got to calm everyone down. He's got to act like a boss, and you got to find a way to turn this into money. Look, they're talking about bad ticket sales. We're getting bad episodes of your shows. Your ratings are, you rode a nice wave of week after week hitting a mill. And then as soon as the CM Punk Young Bucks news started getting old and the White Rabbit started taking over, less than a million.
Oh, absolutely.
We're regressing back to that average. We're going back to the mean. And unfortunately, you need something. And whether they hate each other or love each other, there's money to be made with what has started here. Like, you could legitimately get everyone on the same fucking page to do an angle that we're mature enough to put business first. It could be one of the best things we get out of that company ever. if there's some type of real juice that just bleeds into an actual storyline that matters, that gets a payoff.
If this was the other company, if this was WWE, I 100% believe they could pull something off like that, especially with Hunter at the helm. Granted, I know saying that they tried that with Edge versus Matt Hardy and failed miserably. But I don't think Tony, I don't think the Bucks, I don't honestly even think Kenny, to an extent, even Punk, could put everything aside and get into that whole mindset of we're doing what's best for business, to quote Papa Paul.
You got to. There is a ton of money to be had for all of them if they do this right. It could be one of the most compelling things ever. And like you said, if it sets up Punk and FTR versus Kenny and the Young Bucks in some type of real life, right in front of our eyes, grudge match, and that's what we build towards. Like, look, they're back from suspension. Oh, they're at it again. And you get security involved, and you just have chaos between these two groups that leads to Full Gear main event or whatever's in fucking March, whatever it would be.
Well,
for me, that's where there's it is gold, dude. There is legit gold there if they do it right.
But that's and I guess that goes into the whole thing of, can Tony do it right? We've obviously had the whole trios belt mentioned.
And we haven't seen them since.
Well, they're now on Death Triangle, because when in doubt, just give it to Pac and Penta. But I forgot where I was going. But I think to me, it's one of those of Tony and the Bucks. The Bucks especially, and Tony especially, I feel, couldn't handle doing a situation like that. They can't separate that business from being a mark, I guess is the best way I can put it right now.
But I think the best thing here is, dude, if you go back to the thought of the best trick the devil ever pulled was making you think he didn't exist. So if Tony really plays up this mark side of himself to come back with a coup, kudos. Now, will he actually do it? I know what we're taking at face value. No, but he does have enough people around him to go, hey, wait a minute. Let us go talk to him. Let us go figure this out. Let some of the boys try and put this back together, because it benefits the company as a whole if they can pull this off. I guarantee you they will substantially blow by 1 million, if not 1.5, if they go this route and you have some big return to a Dynamite. The Young Bucks and CM Punk are going to be in the building. If you could get them to put their egos and their bullshit and their childishness aside, there's money to be made. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but then you also still have it coming out to where the Young Bucks and Kenny and all of that maybe having to wait because of legal action of when they can come back from suspension. And plus, Punk's out for at least 6 to 8 months, I believe, because he's already had the surgery on his tricep and all of that. So it's one of those, I feel like if this was, we're back in AIW for anyone who has tried to make the transition like we did from GCW, that was very much dead on arrival, failure to launch. But I feel like right now they're not in a situation, whether it be backstage, booking wise, talent wise, creative wise, on every sort of level. They're not organized enough. They're still too new enough to try and handle a story like this and trying to make it that blend of realism and kayfabe. I think someone's feelings are going to get hurt somewhere along the line. Obviously, example of what caused this whole situation to where Hangman comes out and cuts a whole promo and everything about Punk trying to get Colt Cabana fired, probably just because the Young Bucks got in his ear and were like, hey, so Punk's out there trying to get Colt fired, and you're really close to the Dark Order, right? I can very much see the Bucks sitting there playing Hangman Page like a fiddle, and just to try and we'll see. So then Punk's, his whole title run wasn't that great, right? It wasn't that great. So maybe Kenny gets the title again. Maybe we run that back, something like that. Or we just really push the trios belts instead of the main title right now. Absolutely. To me, I've said it for the longest time. The Young Bucks are the Hulk Hogan of tag team wrestling. They're just doing what Kevin Nash and Hulk Hogan, etc., did in WCW with the creative control and all of that, except they just managed to add that EVP title in front of it. But we are back to action in AIW. As I'm catching the entrance right now. But yes, hello. What up, Rez? What up, Jason? What up, Hassan? What up, John? What up, Chris? JV? Everybody that's been rocking with us through this whole, Saturday nights are always crazy around here. And of course, we are live more than anybody else out there doing it, covering professional wrestling. And right now I've got Eric Stevens coming out to the ring. But yeah, folks, so it's always entertaining. It's always going to be talking about wrestling no matter what happens, anything like that. We weren't expecting at all anything with GCW to have issues, and then we just pivoted right here to AIW. So we've got that going on right now, and we're also just talking about anything and everything going on in professional wrestling. There's so much going on. Christ, we're still talking about the whole Punk situation. We're still talking about Punk from the media and that whole situation from the media scrum at All Out still right now. We've got the whole White Rabbit situation going on. But Jason says he's got EFFY out on GCW. I've still been trying and I can't. Oh, don't tell me. So I do finally have GCW. A miracle has happened as KJ takes a pause. And maybe I'm just getting a replay of it, but I'm getting right now Jun Kasai kicking EFFY in the face as we've got light tubes set up on opposite sides of the ropes. So, of course, we managed to get GCW right at the main event, but we've got hip thrust from EFFY to Jun in the corner. So I guess I will, if any of you are still even trying to watch GCW, let me know your predictions for this match, whether it be EFFY or Jun Kasai. I think I'm kind of partially going to go with Jun here. Yes, Hassan, what up? I lost where I was. Raz, what up? If you guys watch Hocus Pocus 2, I would watch 1 first. Thanks for the tidbit, Ronnie. Fun fact, I think if you can probably tell by the type of shirt I'm wearing and everything, I'm very much into the kind of spoopy stuff, so I very much have seen Hocus Pocus 1 just a little bit. Dan Rez, what up? That's wild. Only audio for your stream feed. KJ, yeah. KJ and Jason both had more wrestling than I have, but guess what? I win in the end because I'm actually getting, the match going on because I've got right now a 2 count my EFFY onto Jun. Indy Hartwell helps Bailey win the Raw Women's Championship at Extreme Rules. Chris, what made you get there? Because I've even heard the slight off theory as EFFY's got dueling light tubes in a low blow. I've heard the off theory, and it's very weird to watch, I guess, at times watch a death match in Japan because they do still a little bit respond like a Japanese crowd does of we wait for the smash and then we clap. We don't, have huge chants going on and everything. But Jun with a headbutt in a 2 light tubes on EFFY's forehead. But Chris, back to your comment. I've heard that off theory that Indy might be actually the White Rabbit. If we're tying this into Loomis and, we're maybe getting a faction and everything. And, it's somebody that nobody would expect, like Hunter said. Indy wore a white dress when she got married to Dexter. If Dexter is involved, I could very much see Indy being the White Rabbit in this situation if we want to go that way. Potentially. But that's, again, that goes back to just it feels like at this point almost anybody and everybody could be the White Rabbit, and you could find a believable pathway to making that case. So choose your own adventure book when it comes to professional wrestling right now. Yes, Punk versus Omega would be moneymaker. Yes, it would. If Punk could actually go, that's the thing, is what does Punk still have in the tank? And I think out of everybody in the Elite, Omega honestly might be the one that could still, and this might be just me being more of an Omega fan, but I feel like he could be the one that would actually, work within keeping it kayfabe while still, playing into that real life storyline. The MJF screw job where the VPs screw him over. What? What do you mean? Matt Hardy and Edge was entertaining. If you like car crashes, yes. It started off entertaining and then just it should have been put out to pasture way before it was. It got weird. I mean, we got, a bedroom, or at least a bed set up in the center of the ring on Raw. Even the whole way that storyline came about was weird. And then they ended up firing Matt Hardy again at one point. It was just very shoddily handled. Oh, Effy with a 2 count. Effy's back is just busted open right now. Big spear by Effy onto Jun. 1, 2. That's gotta suck for a ref to try to do a 2 count and all, or trying to do a count in glass shards and all of that. Punk FTR versus Elite, Blood and Guts came early or Stampede, or come early or Stampede. Cutter, and then he rolls into a submission as Effy. Wow, he's locked the hands in. Is he gonna tap out Jun? Effy's just hitting big move after big move right now. And he's got the submission hold locked in, but Jun's going to the ropes. I don't know if we need to fully go there. I feel like AEW needs to dial back from the extreme stipulations and all of that. Boom. Hi.
No, who's not dialing back? We're not dialing back.
I was going to say, just who managed to pop in just as, unexpectedly as the fucking GCW pay-per-view.
Oh, right in time for the 1, 2, 3.
Bro, am I like a decade behind? Yes, I am. All right. So I was calling fast action because, yeah. So you let the people know what happened there, because I just realized I was behind the times.
There's a lot of blood.
So Jun picks up the win. After pedigree style pile driver onto a plank of wood full of metal forks.
Big kiss.
And another big kiss, as both men are just not the Moxley effect of.
Was that really the main event already, though?
Yes, sir. I don't know. This is the most wrestling I've gotten on GCW. This is the opening match to me.
I don't get it. I remember the Bucks' generation in TNA.
Generation me and TNA.
Mm-hmm.
Very few people remember that.
Okay, they're sweeping up right now, folks. So those who have been following along tonight, we will let you know that GCW's had some issues, and we just had the match between Effy and Jun, but I'm not sure.
First off, for those of you who have been tuning in, thank you. I don't know if that's the end of the show or not. They didn't show 95% of it, so it would only be fitting that they show a bunch of stuff on air that they're not supposed to, of them just cleaning up the ring.
I'm so glad I subscribed to you, man. I'm really enjoying this so much now. Yo, it's a big shout out to Mr. Big Nick, who was riding solo there for a second. I was just taking a pause.
Thank you so much. Absolutely. We're just one giant happy messed up family right now. We're the island of misfit toys when it comes to pro wrestling.
Right. Nice. The spooky stuff.
Spooky.
What is EFFY's finisher? Spear?
No, actually.
I feel like it's that's a good question, actually. You think we watched enough EFFY at this point?
Right.
What's his official finisher?
The Fire Thunder. His signature moves are the Fire Thunder Pile Driver,
Yes.
the Corber bootleg to boot to leg DDT, and the Freak Lock. That's, I think, his finisher is the Freak Lock, the one to where he links the hands and everything. It's like a halfway bulldog, halfway label lock.
So they're doing their best. Now, we're not officially getting, I do appreciate GCW right now, not officially a 15-minute intermission, but they are cleaning up the ring with us watching.
Right. Well, they gave us an hour and a half of nothing with us watching. So they're giving us more nothing with us watching.
We get our feed just in time to go on break.
We got our feed just in time to do nothing.
Well, folks, we will take this time out and we'll see if we get some more wrestling action. If not, we'll just keep talking about other wrestling. In the meantime, I will take a moment to remind everybody we do have t-shirts. That's right, we do have t-shirts. Go to Alt Wrestling Tees and check out the Wrasslin for Life Network section because we got tees. We got the what t-shirt.
Why?
The what t-shirt.
Why?
I said the what t-shirt, goddammit.
Why?
And we got the Mr. Every Night, the shirt that you wear to the bar, you wear it to the grocery store, you wear it wherever you go to let everybody know that you're not just a some night type of person, that you're an Mr. Every Night. And of course, when you're tired of all the nonsense, you're tired of all the rumors and the dirt sheets, you tell everybody to cut the shit in honor of our boy CJ. Big shout out to CJ tonight as well. So go to Alt Wrestling Tees. The link is down below on Redbubble, or you can check them out on Instagram as well. Go there now and check out all the amazing t-shirts that Alt Wrestling Tee has, including ours. Remember, be a victor, get a t-shirt.
Why?
Why? Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, so yeah, I got an entrance coming, buddy.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, the Mega Bastards. So Alex Colon and John Wayne Murdoch with Rina Yamashita. This is my dream team right now.
Right?
When it comes to GCW, of course. At least thank you, GCW. I got to watch June, and now I get to watch the woman who stole,
Don't worry, we'll feed you, baby bird.
You're right. I was going to say, the woman who might have stolen my heart or at least probably cut my forehead open there, Rina Yamashita, the one who had
steal your heart.
Yeah. Well, that match that she had with Cologne at Homecoming was fantastic. But yes, so right now we're getting the team of Rina Yamashita, Alex Colon, and John Wayne Murdoch. So we're finally actually getting some GCW folks. I know we've, I guess kind of been advertising all night, and they had some technical glitches going on. But we're right now getting the Mega Bastards, Alex Colon and John Wayne Murdoch, and Rina Yamashita versus Drew Parker, Toshiyuki, Sakuda, and Violento Jack. Of course, KJ takes a nice little pause when I'm trying to, over here pronounce Japanese names and all of that. But so, folks, those of you who are still watching along with GCW, let me know who you're taking for this match. Yeah, absolutely there, Damon. I'm going, Team Yamashita, not Team Cut the Shit Up, but Alex Colon, I've been a big fan of his, and that's what introduced me to Rina. And that match, even though it was a death match, it's still just the in-ring psychology. And that's part of, I guess, the whole thing that people at times discredit this type of wrestling and everything. It's still the ring psychology at times, the storytelling. It is still there in those that are really good at what they do when it comes to this. You can get anybody that can smack somebody with a steel chair or you know, crack a light tube over somebody in a backyard. But when you have guys that are actually really talented in the ring, and know how to work this style, it can be really good. It can actually tell a story besides just blood, guts, and gore. But right now we've got Murdoch in the center of the ring. Just is he about to go flying? Oh, nope. Knee drop. Nick and KJ, they don't have commentary for this show, so it's like you are in the arena for a live event. Actually, I didn't even just notice that. So I guess we're your commentary folks for this. We're your alternate commentary track. Even through all the glitches. Guess who instantly came back real quick on that one.
It was good timing. I had to finish what I started. I came back because I thought the main event was about to end, and I'm like, shit, I'm going to miss the ending. But it's not the main event, so I finished.
Right. You're good. But yeah, no. I didn't notice until Jason just pointed it out there is no, and granted it makes sense with all the glitches and everything, there is no commentary right now in the ring. So if you're watching along, I guess we literally are your alternate commentary.
Even before, when I was getting the glitches in just audio, there was no commentary as well. So we got Yamashita in the ring. So like you said, this is a bit of a GCW dream team. With Cologne, Murdoch, and Yamashita, who's destroying everybody right now.
Oh, she's their ultraviolet champion right now, and she's probably the star that is truly on a heater coming out of that whole homecoming show that they did.
Oh,
she'll wrestle.
Nuts.
Got him. But yeah, she just had probably the match of the night last night with Mance Warner. Yeah, and then is now out here again. Like we even saw it at homecoming tour. She wrestled on night one and had match of the show, match of the weekend, match of the month, all of that, and then turn around and wrestled again that same next night in another banger
with Sawyer. That match with Sawyer was amazing.
Right, it was Sheamus, and you know all of them like to do banger after banger after banger. Well, when it comes to the non-Meltzer 5-star matches, Yamashita is absolutely banger after banger after banger.
Now they're playing the man on Constant Sorrow. I'm not hearing anything. I'm just literally getting.
Are you sure you're not just watching Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, Jason? Did you just switch to HBO somehow?
Right. I'm going Team Murdoch. We want Enzo.
Oh, we want some man. Oh God, I'm gonna start sounding like the whole Sesame. No,
right.
Enzo doesn't fit in GCW. Enzo, AEW, put him back with Cass. If you're not gonna go WWE, I guess Cass has already made his decision to, you know, be discount test over in AEW as part of the firm. So.
Put him back with Enzo. That high of a bar. Like you could have called him Discount Diesel, but Test is like a tier down, and that's discount.
Tell me though that he doesn't. But we talked about it on Wednesday and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people right now in AEW are looking rough to stuff right now. Of like they've had some long nights and some hard mornings and everything like that.
Yeah, no bullshit. And listen, we talk about mental health and we talk about struggles of people and never make light of somebody's battles or struggles. Just an observation where that man was on Impact looking oily and ripped and ready to go. And what we've seen on AEW since he's transferred over, he looks a little haggard. He looks a little worn down. He looks,
I think that
he's hanging out with Tony too much.
Oh, don't say that.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. I think that locker room just breeds like, how do you? Whoa, Cologne with a big tope. Yeah, that's a tope suicide.
Tope light baldo.
Tope called light bulb. Yeah,
called light bulb. I like light baldo because he's also
El Light Bobo.
Oh, Yamashita taking a kick to the side of the head.
But yeah, that can't be a stable locker room right now. And trying to probably be back there has got to weigh on you a little bit. I've thrown the question around, and I've seen it thrown around of, is AEW more hectic to sign with now than it was when it started? But
I don't know. Do you think that this whole push by Moxley and Jericho and this, like you push the troublemakers away for the time being at least, and then it ends up being a case of, well, everyone kind of comes together?
They kind of have to if they want it to work, because Tony sure as shit ain't leading that ship.
Right. Oh, by the way, I'm taking Team GCW. It's hard I can't go against Yamashita, Cologne, and Murdoch.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of the dream team, much like we have here. That's right. The Monstars of GCW.
Yeah, if they showed up looking for the trios title, I'd pick them right now.
Oh, absolutely. Book it, Tony. You sat there and put a shine on everybody from Juice. Yeah. Oh, Canadian Destroyer by Cologne.
Ooh. Now, here's the question. Do you find it coincidental that the Bucks get suspended? Kenny gets suspended as well. They put the trios belt on Death Triangle, and we haven't seen a fucking single trios match
right off. No,
the whole division doesn't exist.
Because that whole division existed because of the Bucks and Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
So it literally cannot exist without its Alpha and its Omega.
Oh, wow.
So it self-imploded all in the same night. I think that's why that whole division's gotten completely scrapped. AEW already has too many titles as it is. We've already talked about like the Chris Jericho title situation and how Ring of Honor's now titles are involved, and AEW is still adding more titles. It's like that's the one thing you don't need right now, Tony, is more titles.
No.
You need to figure out your booking, not add more titles.
Can you tell me another company, and maybe I'm wrong, but tell me another company that would main event a different company's, and I know Tony owns them all, so it doesn't matter, but you need to put the shine on your world champion, and he plays undercard to the ROH, which even if, by all standards, when you put ROH back on TV, if you can pull it off, Tony, everyone sees it as not quite AEW, like almost the NXT to, I think that's the viewpoint of it by the majority of people. Therefore, that can't be your main event. It's like when you put Daniel Garcia and was it Yuta?
Right, Wheeler Yuta in that lead balloon of a main event.
Oh, stop it.
Folks, if you got grossed out by the whole Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy Gage thing right now. We have a metal skewer through John Wayne Murdoch's mouth right now.
Cheeks, in his cheeks.
Right, just I heard you wanted a piercing. And he's wrestling like that. What?
You can't take a bump with that in your face.
But yeah, I don't know how to follow that up with what we were talking about before.
Oh, he pulled it out. Oh, we're getting
I don't know which is worse, of putting it in or pouring it out. Pause. Super Canadian Destroyer.
Super Canadian Destroyer. Yamashita!
That's the real Yamashita.
Yamashita!
Right. I heard that too.
Oh, it's literally like fucking watching. 2 count.
You can
see the ref's got knee pads and gloves
splatter as he counts the count. Sorry, go ahead.
They're taking full out bumps on that shit. Fuck you.
But no, this is kind of cool. Like I said,
I like this.
Like you're live, you can literally hear the wrestlers. Oh, we've got Vintage Orton on the stage ramp there. So Cologne takes a DDT right onto the ramp.
I agree with you, Nick. I kind of like this.
Well, I was just saying, we're literally your alternate commentary right now, because guess what? There is no commentary. So you're stuck with us, you bastards.
Hey, GCW, tap us in. Let's go.
Right. Tag us in. Fix your fucking stream and tag us in.
All right. So we get a ladder, then we get an electric chair, then we get a
A rock bottom on the light tubes on John Wayne Murdoch.
That was smooth. He slid he picked him up for the rock bottom and slid the fucking light bulbs behind him.
Right, but notice how the stage light's gone out now.
Bray Wyatt.
What?
What?
Could you imagine?
No, fuck off.
It would be the giganticest of like what the fuck moment.
Oh shit!
Superplex off the ladder.
There's more coming.
Through the light tubes. Misses the swanton in the light tubes.
Yamashita! Fuck you!
Into a KOD. Oh god.
Oh, dude, that was the best shit ever. That was like, dude, the stupid reel. What's your name?
Yeah. All right.
Don't you say it,
Alex. We've just got.
Oh my god, Becky.
Yeah, the local Home Depot, the local Lowe's is making a fucking ton of money off of GCW because these people are going through light tubes like no other.
Well,
no! This is what we saw in the Yamashita match. Styles Clash on to light tubes.
Over. You're not allowed to kick out of it. Styles Clash from the top through a stack of light tubes.
That's that's such an impressive move. Even regardless of light tubes, regardless of death match, anything like that, to hit basically a super Styles Clash like that.
I like that. It sucks that MJF has his storyline with Wheeler, Utah.
Absolutely is Wheeler, Utah. He needs to wheel his ass out to Utah and just get lost in fucking nowhere.
Beat Brock Lesnar in special ref for Rollins, the Riddle fit pipe match. Ronnie, this is a little all over the place.
English, please.
He's talking in code.
Right. I'm not the White Rabbit. I don't have my special Ronnie decoder ring, so I don't know what you were trying to say.
Read it backwards. It's a quote from Dante.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a win. Oh, wait. Oh, shit.
Oh. We've got June right now.
June.
In the face of Alex Colon and now Murdoch.
And Murdoch.
And the man's got more scar tissue on it.
I feel like, we got company.
So we might be getting a tag team or another match, or maybe we're setting up for.
Considering we thought this was over 20 minutes ago, now we're getting. Look at this, dude.
The locker room's clearing right now. To be honest,
we're getting. Is this how it's going to end?
Is this how it started?
Right. Is this the beginning? So both locker rooms have emptied, and we're having a bit of a shoving match. Wait, how did he get over here?
This isn't AEW. This isn't All Out. This isn't a media scrum. This is in a ring full of shattered light tubes right now of both locker rooms cleared out, just all going at each other. Just everybody's just fuck you, no fuck you, no fuck you, no fuck you.
I think what Ronnie is saying, KJ and Nick, is that Daniel Cormier, the UFC, is going to be the special ref for Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle fight pit match. Thank you, Christopher.
I was going to say, if that's accurate, that's cool. I haven't seen that. But also, Cormier's never faced Lesnar, so don't get that twisted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or was it Cormier and Brock Lesnar going to be working together?
Oh, you're going to have Cormier in one corner and
how
Ken
did you
Shamrock
get
in the other
from
corner.
That?
Wait, what? Yeah, how did...
Good job, Christopher.
I was going to say, good on you. I see you got your Ronnie decoder ring right now.
This must be the end of the show because we're getting a little bit of a standoff. And Yamashita now has the mic.
Yes, the one Japanese superstar for GCW.
Oh, she kicked him! She kicked him!
Low. And she does like high five,
woman.
guys. Like, see, I'm cool. High five.
I did it. I said I would do it. I did it. Fuck you.
Right.
What is all right, Cologne flips the bird and drops himself. This is crazy.
Are we getting we're getting the hardcore deathmatch version of Stomp the Yard right now?
Well, yeah, we got a breakdance fight.
Well, we got a deathmatch battle right now. Now Alex Colon took a back bump through 2 light tubes, so he's basically saying anything you can do, I can do better.
Right. This is a breakdance battle.
Right. Well, when you get to nationals, you better bring it. We're getting fucking.
It's already been brung.
Yes. Yes. I got there. You got it right on home. Yes.
They're still arguing. Like, are we going to get like a 14-man tag? Like, what is happening?
Maybe. I don't know. I try to be Christopher. I sometimes fail miserably, but I try.
I'm curious how that would turn out. There you go. Jason's filling in the blanks as well.
Right. I like how, see, we're a giant family here. We're like, no, what my cousin was trying to say was.
Uncle Bill's been drinking. He was trying to ask if there was any more ribs.
I know what he's like when he's had a few, so I can figure out what he's trying to say right now. I heard that Daniel Cormier does want to wrestle Brock in WWE. Cool.
I'm down. Let's see it. Fuck it. Why
Brock
not?
Lesnar will throw that man from fucking pillar to post. And I get pro wrestling and everything.
Yeah, but I think Brock would sell for him. I think that like he respects Cormier enough that if they got in, like they make it shoot style where Cormier is really leaning on his amateur wrestling, and I think Brock would let him shoot on him. Like, oh fuck, look, Cormier's getting him. But
right, but Brock, so here's the thing: Cormier has a wrestling body when it comes to MMA and actual collegiate wrestling, much like Gable.
Okay.
Brock has that type of physique and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Brock is a one-of-one human being. He will still, if he chose to, could still throw that man from pillar to goddamn post. And it's all fun and games, and you can all pretend and play pro wrestler when you're getting hit in the fucking face with a lunchbox. Go ahead.
Oh, dude, know what my favorite part is? You're such a Brock Lesnar fan. It was just suggested that they might have a wrestling match, and you were like, "He will kill him. He's gonna rip him apart."
I'm not a huge fan. It's just I've said it before, and I stand by it. If the aliens came down and they said, "Send out your champion to fight one of us," we're sending out fucking Brock Lesnar.
Oh, absolutely. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that at all, Nick.
They're literally restarting the show right now.
Shut the fuck up.
No. I'm getting the intro live. They restarted it because they fucked up.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in channel history, we will watch a show backwards.
Exactly. Rewind.
I guess we'll cover some of the matches we didn't get to cover before. Already,
if that's what we're doing, then yeah.
I'm like, hey, we made great time. We're out, but
it depends, folks. I guess we'll put it to a vote if we really want. But yeah,
you know they're not going to want us to go anywhere.
Oh, I know. They just want to talk. I'm here for it.
You arrogant pricks. What's happening over here? I want to check out.
Yeah, I forgot all the way about AIW.
AIW. There's looks like
We've got a table in the corner, yeah.
We got, I don't know who these dudes are. They're like
I will help you out here in a second, I believe.
They're like the low rent Nasty Boys.
Well, we did get the Nasty Boys earlier, so it does make sense.
So what's the opening match?
True. Well, the opening match was Jun Kasai versus EFFY, if we're going in our order.
That was the funniest shit. Like, I'm like,
oh, so we're going off where this is the main event, and here's the start of the show, folks.
Where is this? It's funny because it's not even in my live list anymore. Like, I don't know where it went. There we go.
Should be purchased. I still have it going. I never could.
It took some. Oh no! Wait, that's War Ready. Holy shit! They got another one.
Yes, on the 7th. I was gonna say, unless I've just managed to, time travel again, and it rewound itself, and I didn't realize.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We are live. No, I'm just kidding. Just because they're starting over doesn't mean we are.
The intro video and everything just
wait,
no, we go back. All right, go back now. Intro video, rewind.
Oh fuck, dude.
Joey Gelhead is coming out right now.
Oh, that's right.
Joey Peanut Butter and Jelly is coming out. Joey Janela.
I want to see Danny Cormier versus Riddle. That match would be awesome. It all depends what they could do as far as how fast. We've seen a lot of athletes or like UFC fighters, boxers, when they come over, it's hard for them to translate properly to pro wrestling at times.
Right. And back to, I guess, the whole comment about Cormier versus Brock Lesnar. Cain Velasquez. Go back and watch that match with Brock Lesnar. That'll be the same thing.
Touche. What is this lady saying? Still no announcers on the replay of the replay.
Yeah. Well, on the start of the show right now, I'm just selling it like we're starting off the show. That was the pre-show.
That was the pre-show.
But yeah, so right now we are getting the Strong Hearts, like Damien was talking about earlier, with CIMA, Lindaman, and T-Hawk versus Joey Janela, Jordan Oliver, and Nick Wayne.
Nick Wayne. Yep. What?
He said Nick Wayne, so I said Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. Yep. Remember the recipe he gave Braun? What?
Why?
You got to fill us in on it. We missed something.
I was going to say, what was it? A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down? I don't know.
Pardon. I believe Mandy Leon fighting in the wrestling company that you're going to watch, KJ and Nick.
I don't see Mandy Leon on any card on anything that we had pulled up all night. So I don't know. He's fighting the Invisible Man.
This lady has a hammer for the ring bell bigger than her.
She just borrowed the Fiend's mallet.
Right? You should make the remix. Can you work? You should make that remix. Can you work?
Folks, we've managed to hit that point where the show's rewound, the fans have rewound. I think we've rewound.
Everything's backwards, folks. Everything's backwards.
We're now officially, we've chased the white rabbit fully down the rabbit hole, and we're in the upside down now, I feel, folks.
A little bit. It should make the next little while entertaining. But I got Jimmy Lloyd in the ring finally, so...
What?
Yep, I remember the receipt he gave. Oh, I got it. Yes, still one of my favorite wrestling clips ever. We talked about it the other night, Nick, when Braun got a little too stiff with Brock in the Rumble, and Brock hit him 1-2, body, head, wobble. It was just so amazing to see because Braun's such a big dude, and you just assume like a fist fight with Braun is probably a bad idea unless you have fucking mailbox hands and you're Brock fucking Lesnar and you wobble him with two stiff. Pop,
pop. That was the receipt. That's that knee was nice and tight on my chin, so you can have this nice 2-piece with the soda on the side.
Right? You're gonna take it easy, sir? Good. And I won't have to return to this situation. So funny for me. I'm Batman, Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis. I'm Batman, Bruce Willis.
Kevin Smith, why?
Sakuda is now in the ring. I feel like
I hit refresh and just went right back to the beginning, to be honest. So I don't know where we are anymore. I have fully lost track. That's literally what I was about to send you. I have lost all sorts.
I'm at the 4-minute mark.
Okay.
No, 4 minutes and 51 seconds. I'll pause it. Nick's like, this is such a pain in my ass. Jordan Oliver on his way to the ring as well. It's kind of funny now because we're talking about things that happened before the conclusion of all this. Of course, the night did come to an end. Main event happened. A pretty good match overall, Nick. Like that trio's death match was chaos.
Oh, you saw us lose our minds to where a man had a metal skewer shoved through his cheeks, and then goes up to the top rope, pulls it out, and then hits a superplex.
Are you there?
Through light tubes. Yeah, I'm ahead of you. I went a little ahead just in case.
So like what, 5:30?
I'm at 5:28 right now.
Okay. So am I.
There we go. See?
So Daniel Cormier, who beat Rock in UFC, is referring to for
We've been there. This is the Dakota ring.
Up the way. What happened? Did we glitch? Now we're going back.
Everything has. This has been the night of chaos, and I love it.
The babyface dude is back. What's his name? Can you tell me Rubberface's name?
I don't see him. What are you seeing? I have a 6-way match. How are you getting? You're watching the wrong show.
I'm watching last.
You're watching last night's show.
Oh my God.
I think on that note, folks, I think it's time to, I don't know. It's up to you. I'll leave it up to you. If you want to try and push through, or if we've reached the point of saturation.
I don't know. I think we covered the whole show in one way or another.
In some form or fashion, we covered the most of the show they gave us live.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I mean, it is what it is. What a fucking shit show of now. It's funny because now everybody's jumping on the replay, but they fucked up. So,
just a lot of it.
Just a lot of it. Let me just quickly take a peek and I want to see something here. What do we got going on?
Go for it.
Is that Prince Albert on ALW?
You bastard, you.
Spoiler alert.
No, that's the one called Mance.
No, I know.
Or the one called
your favorite wrestler from last time.
No, that's the one called Manders and Matthew Justice. They must have just had the match with Philly Collins and Marino.
It looks like they
lost. Yes.
Penzilla? Big fan of
the
Tequila. Well, what are we at? We're almost at the 2-hour mark. How's everyone doing out there? That's what I want to know. How's everyone feeling? You still feeling live? You getting a little tired? Are you a little sleepy? I mean, what else? What else can we really talk about at this point?
Right. At this point now, we're just doing a live replay reaction since we missed everything to start off with.
So funny.
I mean,
Fightful reported that the White Rabbit reveals itself. Yeah, I think so.
But might not be in attendance.
I agree. I think it's highly possible.
You just get the QR code and then it cuts out to, we're really glad that you're
shit. But like you said, it could just be a laugh. Could be like a lights out and the braid laugh.
Right.
That's simple.
Yeah. That's all you need to do, and you get it. Yes, we know Matt Bloom is a head trainer in WWE.
It's called jokes. Jokes. I got jokes.
That's what we do here.
I'm good. I love wrestling, and that's got at least tonight. Yeah, man, I enjoyed this kind of freestyle ad lib on the fly, but like we say, Nick, we do it like no other. I don't know if this ALW card is going to hold my attention well enough. So,
well, that's up to you, or if you want to go through the replay of what we missed on GC, what we paid for on GCW and managed to not get until you get the replay.
You're so funny. I've heard he won't be in attendance. And again, I don't know how true that is. We don't know for a fact. So I think it's highly possible that whatever we get will continue to lean towards who it is, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be there.
Yeah, but like I said earlier, I think we've gone fully down the rabbit hole for tonight, and like I said, came out the other end on on the other side of everything's in the upside down now at this point. We've got replays of stuff we didn't know was happening. People's comments ain't making no sense anymore. I think we've reached the point of saturation.
Right. What was the results of GCW? Nick, you have them there as well. I know Team GCW with Cologne, Yamashita, and Murdoch who took the W.
So,
go ahead, Nick.
If you want, I can read through the whole results right now. So spoiler alert.
There you go. Then we don't have to rewatch it.
Right. So the Strong Hearts defeated Joey Janela, Jordan Oliver, and Nick Wayne. Masato Tanaka and the Great Sasuke defeated Jimmy Lloyd and Kikutaro. And then Abdullah, Kobayashi, and Ryuji Ito defeated Cole Radrick and Mance Warner. And then Takeda beat SHLAK. I think that's about when you were just getting just audio. And then what we caught, Jun Kasai defeated EFFY, and then the Mega Bastards, Alex Colon and John Wayne Murdoch with Rina Yamashita beat Drew Parker, Toshiyuki, Sakuda, and Violento Jack.
Sounds like a decent night. What we saw was good. Hey, listen, if you're going to watch a show, at least watch the good stuff, right?
Right.
So Hassan says, is Extreme Rules on next Saturday night? Yes, it is. And we will be here live. And keep in mind, folks, there's a good chance, possibility. We're not promising anything. We'll see what's up. But click that little bell. We might be back tomorrow. If not, we will be back. We will be back on Monday. Another Raw, another set of clues, I imagine. More, more with the rabbit. I think it's the 25th anniversary celebration thingy for DX. Right. Then we're going through NXT's brand new live again, I believe, on Tuesday.
Right. Finally.
Wednesday, we're getting the third anniversary of AEW Dynamite. It's already slated to go 15 minutes over. Thursday, podcast, our weekly podcast, Let's Rumble. Go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. It's a good time. And then we're going another triple header Friday because we got Bound for Glory on the eve of Extreme Rules. So it's a busy time around here, folks. Like, subscribe, tell everybody if they need wrestling content. This is where you have to do it. I mean, look what we did tonight, man.
I was going to say, point proven tonight, and absolutely. I think we've talked about enough of we're going to reach that culmination, I feel, for the White Rabbit at Extreme Rules. So tune in to the conclusion of the White Rabbit series.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, we're getting there. So we'll see. Like I said, 6 clues total, 2 more clues to go. I'm excited. And it's been a wild ride, and it's been one of the most captivating things in wrestling in a long time. So I'm thrilled about it. I know we're going to be here live covering it, Nick. As always, for those who don't know, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. That is Big Nick. I am KJ White. We appreciate every minute anyone ever spends on this channel. Like, subscribe, share, be a part of the family. We are the Channel 4 fans by fans. Buddy Nick, it was a weird night. It was a backwards night. You got any final thoughts?
I was going to say the normal kind of closeout line here, but it almost feels like a halfway. But I'll say it. I'll start it off with, the wrestling may suck, the wrestling may glitch out, but we never do. Our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you better put that full life with it.
We'll see you on the flip side, folks. Click that little bell, and if not, we'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.